Next, from Lincoln Park in Springfield, the lighter side of legislative life, as we attend the annual legislative softball competition between members of the Illinois House and members of the Illinois Senate. Our contributing correspondent for this year's competition is former State Senator Dave Sullivan. This runs about 20 minutes.
Hello everybody, my name is Dave Sullivan. I'm a former state senator and here today to host you while you watch the great annual House versus the Senate softball game. And here we are today with our great sponsors. Kevin and Chip are here to let us know why they sponsor this every year and what we can expect tonight.
Well, thanks. You know, every year it's a good way to kind of break the monotony around the house and send to get everyone out for a good evening, participate in a good softball game, and just have a great time.
Great. Chip?
Battle of the Legislative All-Stars. We look forward to it every year, and we're from the Metro East area, so we enjoy coming up here.
Any predictions on the big game tonight?
Won't make any predictions. Just want both teams to go out and have a great time.
Try not to have injuries.
As a Cub fan, I'm not sure we're going to have a lot to root for this year, but I want to thank you for letting the Cubs beat the Cardinals 2 out of 3 times this week.
That was just swell, yeah.
All right. We're going to have a fun night tonight. Thanks for sponsoring.
Thank you.
Yep. Here we've got with us Reverend Mike Zalewski from the Southwest Side, probably a Sox fan, right?
Fan.
And he is a star member for the House team. Any predictions for tonight?
I think we're going to win. We got Art Turner for a full game this year. He's a monster. He's going to be great.
Now, is Art Turner the younger as good as Art Turner the senior?
I bet he's better.
Wow, there you go. What position are you playing tonight?
They told me I'm pitching, but we'll see. We'll find out.
Is the arm all warmed up?
Well, it doesn't need to be for 60 inches. That's the beauty of it.
Should be fun. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. We've got Representative Bobby Rita with us from the Blue Island area near Chicago. He's one of the stars for the House. Bobby, how's the game going to go tonight?
I think it's going to be a House victory. I think since I've come here, we've won every one.
I think you have, and that's due to your play out here, right?
Well, it's due to the whole team working together.
There you go. And, you know, they have a lot of issues to deal with, the pension and Medicaid, but tonight's a night for some fun and some camaraderie.
Everybody get together, have some fun, let some steam off, and, you know, Democrats, Republicans work together, and the House is going to prevail.
It was great. All right, thanks, Bobby. We've got with us Representative Joe Lyons, who is one of the stars of the House, in the House and on the field. He is retiring, so this is his last game playing for the House. How does it feel to have your last game coming up, Joe?
Well, a lot of mixed emotions about the last trip to the plate. You know what that's all about, Dave. So you do what you got to do. Time for me to move on, but I get one more game.
Yeah. Now Representative Lyons represents the north side of Chicago, but he is a White Sox fan. Does that mean you're going to be rooting for the Senate tonight as a House member?
Nice try, Dave. Nice try. Stay with my House members, and we got a pretty good team. I think we should do fine. Last few years, we've been doing all right, so we're going to keep that trend going out there today. So.
Come on in.
Now we've got my senator, Senator Dan Katowski we both live in Park Ridge, the northwest suburbs and part of Chicago. Senator Katowski, how's the game going to go tonight?
I think it's looking really good. We got a lot of our guys here, and we're coming together. We're just, we're excited about playing the House.
Have your sons taken you over to the batting cage? Ready for this?
I was in Park Ridge. I went to the batting cage. I drove right by your house to go to the batting cage in Oakton.
You didn't stop by to say hello. Come on.
Well, there's reasons for that. It wasn't about you. It was just that I was in a rush to take care of my son Cooper.
Yeah, absolutely. Cooper and Nate had to get you there, and I'm sure they got you all warmed up and ready to roll.
And all that other stuff.
Good. Great.
I got to tell you, of all the people who've interviewed me here, you've been the best one. I got to tell you something. Nice to see you.
You'll be Irish your whole life. Tonight we have with us Senator Ron Sandak from the Downers Grove area and Representative Mike Conley from the Lyell area, neighboring districts. The reason we're interviewing them together is because Senator Sandak is running for the House and Representative Conley is running for the Senate. So the big question, gentlemen, is who are you rooting for tonight? Who are you really playing for tonight?
Well, I'm playing for the Senate. I'm on the Senate team. Thankfully, Representative Conley is on the DL, so a slight advantage Senate. Ask me next year, Dave.
Different answer next year. Now, Representative Conley, you don't look like you're ready to play tonight.
No, a little injury to the back, and I've played my last competitive game of softball or baseball. Now, basketball, that's a different issue. We will. I'm looking forward to perhaps putting together a Senate House basketball game this year, but there's no doubt who we're rooting for. We will keep the trophy in the House, and perhaps next year, if I'm so fortunate to go to the Senate and my back heels, we'll bring it over to the Senate.
Are you going to be coaching first base or third base tonight?
You know, we don't need to have a coach. We have perhaps one of the finest coaches you will ever have in Joe Lyons. He's organized, coordinated. We've been working. I mean, they've been watching film back home.
A lot of detailed Senate film to watch, I'm sure. Right, Senator?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, I understand the need for some intelligence and some reconnaissance. Yeah, last year we made a good run, as you remember.
Yes.
I think this year we might bite them in the rear and take that trophy. And then what I would think would be really cool is if I go to the House next year, win it that way. And that would be something unprecedented.
Yes, we wish you luck. I'm rooting for the Senate tonight. Anthony DeLuca with us right now. Anthony, how's the House Senate game going to go tonight?
I think we're pretty prepared. We had a couple practices. We're out here. We're throwing it. We're moving around. We're hitting the ball well. I think we're going to have a good showing tonight.
Nice. And I'm sure you want to send your leader and your coach, Joe Lyons, off with a big win.
Sure do. He's done good for us in the past. So.
Yes, he has. Great. Now we have our two announcers for tonight's game here with us. We've got Rich Miller from the world-renowned Capitol Facts, and my friend and neighbor from the Senate, Senator Susan Garrett from the North Shore. How's the game going to go tonight, Susan?
Senate definitely is going to take it away. Can't wait to see it happen.
Rich, maybe a little more objective view?
I predict much screeching from Susan.
About how well the Senate's doing?
Yeah, she's a screecher. Whenever she gets a microphone in her hand, she becomes a screecher. Remember?
Yes.
From the diaphragm.
Yes.
Speak from the diaphragm.
It's a girl thing, you know. I can't help myself.
But this is her last year, so we have to tolerate her this year.
Right.
So you're retiring. This is your last year as the announcer. How does that feel?
Well, you know, Gio Karas used to have this job, and so it was a great honor for me to at least fill in once in a while. I sat behind her all those years when she was the prime announcer, and there was actually nobody better. Yeah. So I give her all the credit as a woman for starting this tradition that I wasn't able to probably satisfy everybody, but I brought a different perspective to it. So hopefully then Rich will find somebody else to fill in for me when I leave.
I don't know how you could ever be replaced, Senator, ever.
Will your commentary be as colorful as Gio's sometimes was?
Nobody can compete. Nobody compares to Gio.
Pick up your balls.
All right, well, have fun. Representative John D'Amico from the north side, my neighbor just a little east of me. Representative, how's the game going to go tonight?
Well, I think hopefully it's going to be a good game for us. We've been practicing a couple of times a week, and things are looking pretty good.
And are you playing competitive up in Chicago?
Yes, I play in a league up there in Wildwood. I've been playing since I was a little kid. That was a big thing in Chicago.
16-inch softball is a great game up in Chicago.
Great game. Gives you a chance to get out in the community and meet everybody and just have some good times.
Okay, we've got Representative Dave Winters from the greater Rockford area with us. This is Dave's last time playing in the House Senate game. He's crying. Do you need a Kleenex, Dave? But he's got one of his classic shirts on. Tell us about the shirt.
First time that the House beat the Senate in 6 years. My first 5 years down here, the Senate had a bunch of young bucks, including yourself.
I recall that we were winning for a while, and then you took it away.
The tide finally turned in 2000, the new millennium, where the House will win every year.
Oh. Unlike the Cubs?
Right, yeah. We're perpetual winners now.
So you're predicting a strong House win?
We always have twice as many people out as the Senate, so sometimes
that
we
helps.
barely field a team that can reach over to the ground. I mean, they are older and a little stiffer than us.
So we're going to have to ask Senator Murphy about that next.
Right, great.
Right, how does it feel having your last game here?
Oh, it's a little bittersweet, actually. I've really enjoyed it. It's a very good bipartisan and bicameral, a little bit of tension, but Republicans and Democrats working together on from each chamber.
Absolutely.
And that's not always seen here in Springfield.
Do you predict that same spirit as we go through May?
I think the General Assembly is going to make some very difficult decisions in the next month, and I think it will be. Both parties are going to be at the table, and they have, all four parties are negotiating the Medicaid reform, the pension reform. The budget, I think, is going to have all parties at the table so we can have a say. And that's not always been done. It's one of the reasons the state's gotten into, and the problem is one party, did what it wanted to do, and sometimes it wasn't in the public interest.
Right, but tonight's a night for fun before you get to all those tough decisions.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Great.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, David. We've got Senator Matt Murphy, my neighbor to the west. He represents the Palatine area. How's the game going to go tonight, Murphy?
Well, I think it's going to be another rout for the Senate. We've established a certain amount of dominance over the last few years, and I think you'll see a little more of that tonight.
So the dominance has been in the winning record that we've.
Well, you know, I think there's style. I think that you consider.
We get style points.
You know, I think we dominate on style.
Absolutely.
And then on occasion, you know, we win on the field. Maybe not last year so much, but you know, there were a lot of extenuating circumstances last year that really shouldn't themselves this year.
Right. Well, have fun out there. Number one rule, don't get hurt, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try and avoid getting hurt, by all means.
Good. Now we have some of the star women of the Senate with us. We have Senators Martinez and Hunter and Collins here. How's the game going to go for the Senate tonight?
We are going to dominate this. I know it. I feel it.
Big win for the Senate?
Absolutely.
We're going to trash them and smash them, and we're going to get out. We're going to get them this time, guys. We're ready for it. We're all pumped up.
Now, Ann, is that you have played for the House and the Senate, but tonight it's the Senate?
Tonight is the Senate, you know. Well, if I was on the House side, it would be the House, but since I'm on the Senate, it's the Senate now, right?
That's right. You've made the transformation well.
You can't get a House any points, no points.
We're not going to let their youth intimidate us. They're how tall they are and strong. We're not going to let that intimidate us. The more mature, you know, the more smarter, sophisticated.
And Senator Murphy said that the Senate always wins on style points. I'm sure you would agree.
Can you tell? Absolutely. Can you tell?
We look good.
Have a great time tonight. We've got Senator Terry Link from Lake County with us. Senator Link is the star third base coach for the Senate team. How's it going to go tonight?
I'm the only one that's going to stay safe and no injuries, hopefully. Obviously, the Senate's going to win. No doubt about it.
So you're going to be very busy waving them home at third.
Without a doubt. You know, I think there's going to be, you know, at least 20-2, I think, would probably be the final score. You know, I mean,
that'd be a great score.
Right. I think the Senate's in shape this time. You know, it's going to be, we had a good recruiting year this year. We're going to have a lot of young guys coming in next year.
That's good.
So, I meant, it's Maloney's final year, so they're going to win one for him.
That's right.
And I think they'll be ready.
Now, in the redistricting year, was that part of the recruiting process? You want to look at how well they'll play in this game?
Without a doubt. I mean, you looked at, you know, potential candidates, and you had no bearing if they could, you know, what their stances were on issues. It had all to do with if they were young, fast, what position they played, could they fill a position that was needed, and that was the qualifications we were looking for.
Right. Now, Senator Link is a good friend of our President Barack Obama. How did President Obama do in these games?
He's a great president, and that's where we're going with that.
We have the President Pro Tem, Senator Don Harmon from the Oak Park area with us. You feeling good for the game?
Always feel good for the House Senate softball game.
Now, did your son Donnie give you some tips on what you should do and not do tonight?
He's full of tips. I'll try to implement as many of them as I can successfully.
The number one was to not get hurt, right?
Not get hurt is always high on our list.
Yeah, good. So it's going to be a good bipartisan, bicameral night for legislature right before they tackle some tough issues.
The timing is great. It's a chance for the entire Senate, Democrats and Republicans, to come together on the same team, the same in the House. Some harmless fun. Get it out of our system before the long haul to May 31st.
Yeah, that's right. Well, have a great night tonight,
Thanks
Don.
very much.
Yep. We've got Senator Jeff Schoenberg with us, an original Southsider, but he is a senator from the North Shore, and he also used to be in the House, so he's seen both sides of this. How's the game going to go tonight?
Well, I think that the Senate's going to rebound from our pasting last year. I have special incentive because this is my last year in the General Assembly. Spent 12 years in the House, 10 years in the Senate. I'm now pretty much reduced to one at bat a game, a far cry from my career high of .352 batting average as a teenager in the Niles Baseball League.
Very nice, very nice. So you're looking for a good game with a Senate win?
Well, you know, when I was getting dressed to come to the game, I was reminded of what John Kruk, who's an announcer on ESPN, former National League batting champion and member of the White Sox, once said. He said, "Lady, I'm not a an athlete, I'm a baseball player. And I think that sums up where I am today. So I'm looking to have a good time, one last time.
That's great.
If I get a hit, even better.
Oh boy. Now we are with Senator Sue Rezin, a relatively new member of the Senate from just outside of the Chicago area in the LaSalle, Peru area. How's the game going to go tonight?
Well, of course, we're hoping for the Senate to win on this. I just got here, but I'm excited for the game tonight. I think it's going to come down to the last inning and a couple of good hits, and I think we'll be good at the end.
Great. What position are you going to be playing tonight?
I was hoping right behind or left out, but it sounds like I'm playing catcher.
Oh, there you go. Catcher's an important spot. Got a key part of the downstate caucus for the Illinois Senate, a bipartisan group here. We've got Senator Kyle McCarter, Senator John Sullivan, no relation, although he looks like my younger brother, and Senator Mike Frericks. That's right. How's the game going to go tonight, Senator McCarter?
I think we got a good chance. Yeah.
It's a good start so far.
Get ahead and a big rain comes, we'll be in good shape. That's our strategy, right? Get ahead and then cancel. We have to call the game.
Now, you look like you're ready for a basketball game with your height, but this is going to be a good game for you tonight, Senator Frericks?
I've challenged these House members to a House Senate basketball game for the last 5 years. They've declined every year. I anticipate one more year of them being cowards.
But we're going to have a strong victory tonight on the field?
Well, I feel very confident. We got a lot of big sticks here tonight.
We're feeling good. You know, we've won the last 2 years, so this will be the trifecta for us. This is 3.
All right. Go Senate. Now we're with Senator Darren LaHood from the greater Peoria area. Senator LaHood, a great start for the Senate. No runs for the House in the first inning.
Yep, we got off to a great start. Got out here, warmed up, stretched out. Got 3 outs, and we're off to a good start. So I'm optimistic.
Great. Are you predicting a Senate victory yet?
You know what? I think we got a strong team. We execute our game plan, we win.
Great. Go get them.
All right.
Right now we've got with us the Majority Leader of the House, Representative Barbara Flynn Curry. She is President Obama's state representative.
Well, right across the street. And then he moved into the Tonier district.
Oh, there you go. Now, how is the game going to turn out tonight?
It's going to turn out very well. The House, of course, is going to win. They're ahead 10-8 in whatever inning this is. Fabulous catches, too, by Mr. Cunningham. I think our team is just amazing, just amazing.
Now, if a senator does particularly well tonight, will that affect their bills in the House Rules Committee?
Oh, absolutely. Dead on arrival. No question about it.
Now, as we head into May with all the big decisions you have on your plate, this is a great evening for everyone to get together and have some fun, right?
This is a great evening. It takes the pressure off, and it's all of us working together across party lines, across regional lines. I think it's wonderful.
Great. Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, we're going to win. Of course we are. Number 1.
What position you playing?
Right field.
Right.
Nothing's getting past me.
Nothing?
Nothing's dropping.
Wow, not even one.
Not one.
Wow, that's a heck of a... Good for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, you're White Sox or Cubs fan?
Does it matter?
Not really.
Okay.
You're obviously loaded for bear and ready to have fun.
Yeah, I'm bouncing off the walls. Ready to go.
There you go.
Let's go House. Yeah.
Have fun out there. Irishman, come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we've heard that before. I got my green tie on.
Yeah, very nice. Very well done.
To intimidate the Senate President.
Hey, they all want to come to the Senate.
I know they do.
They all want to come to the Senate.
The water's fine. We've got with us the President of the Illinois Senator John Ellerton from the north side in the city. You have played for the House and the Senate. How's the game going to go tonight?
Well, of course the Senate's going to win, and in spite of the fact that the House has twice as many members and they're younger, we still have the experience, and that really is what. When I came over to this, I used to win when I was in the House, and then when I came over to the Senate, we used to win when I came over to the Senate. It wasn't about me; it had something to do with Jesse White retiring.
You're keeping the luck of the Irish with you.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. Look at these these guys. It's amazing. And we're recruiting some young people for next year too. So we're always thinking about the future.
I've heard that's part of the recruitment process, especially in a redistricting year.
Absolutely. The redistricting year is the year that we go out and interview people, and we basically ask them, what they
and older and older.
and of course, we thought for sure when we got this young guy, Barack Obama, we were going to really turn the corner. The guy's terrible.
Now, Senator Link was commenting on President Obama's playing ability out here. What would you say about that?
Well, a little bit better than Alice Palmer, if you recall. That was his predecessor. But we got some really good folks here, and we've got women and men playing. They should have more of their women playing.
They should. They've got plenty of women in the House.
I think that would be fair.
Now, obviously, you're predicting a Senate victory, but this is a great night as you get into May when you have a lot of big issues in your hand. A great time for bipartisan, bicameral fun.
That's right. So that both teams have Republicans and Democrats on the team. The rivalry is between the chambers, and it really is one of the few times where you see everybody coming together, and that's a really positive part of this game.
Now, as the ultimate coach of the team, what were your inspiring words pregame for the team?
I told them, I'm going to stay here and work on the budget. You guys go out and get a big lead.
Thank you, President Cullerton.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.